Good evening, and welcome to the 2022-23 Fleetwood Area High School Athletic Awards Program. It's nice to see everybody here tonight. Once again, since we got past COVID, we've had unbelievable turnouts for this event, and it's very much appreciated. It's a great time to recognize our student athletes. On behalf of myself and all of our coaches, I would like to take this opportunity to thank a number of individuals for their support of athletic programs here at Fleetwood Area High School. My athletic secretary, Alexandra Gonzalez, high school main office secretaries, Jen Bessie and Stacey Mark, our guidance office, our administration superintendent, Dr. Miller, assistant superintendent, Dr. Kelly, principal, Mr. Herman, and assistant principal, Ms. Nyman, and our school board, the Fleetwood Activity Booster Club, President Sarah China and her officers, as well as the Tiger Athletic Association and all other parent and individual sport booster clubs. Our facilities department, Carrie Strickler, Director of Facilities, his secretary, Kristen Grassley, and our grounds crew and custodians. Again, without them, we can't play the sports that we love, both inside and outside, so it's critical to our grounds crew and custodians. Curry Barnett for our audiovisual. Our athletic trainers, Christian Kusaritz and Heather Wood, as well as Penn State Health Lifeline EMS. Brandywine Transportation and Kimberly Jameson for our transportation needs. M&G and all of our building security. Student council, specifically Sue Nagel and Dina Hefner, their advisors. Any faculty, staff, and community members who helped either with tickets, announcing, scoreboard operators, scorekeepers, game managers, and any event help. Again, very much appreciated. Without you, we can't run a smooth and effective event. Our business office, all of you parents, and again, most importantly, the people who are recognized tonight, our student athletes. Let's give all those people a round of applause. Before we get started tonight, I would like to announce the Fleetwood Sports Hall of Fame class of 2023 that will be inducted on Wednesday, December 27th, 2023 as part of the Boys Basketball Tiger Classic. The inductees are Jenna Hawkins, Mike Mayer, Nick Desiderio, Alexis Shaner, and Troy Rothenberger. Congratulations to all of them. Tonight we will recognize all Fleetwood Area High School's teams. It has asked when your team is announced that you please stand where you are sitting. We will begin tonight with cross country. The following were district qualifiers: Sean Carpenter, Nathaniel Goldsboro, Brayden Natras, John Selesky, Lindsay Solomon, and Ariana Ventura. Nate also qualified for states and was all division. Here's Coach Eric Parker.
Teams here tonight. I saw one of them. Anyway, we didn't have the fastest team this year, the girls or boys, but it was the most enjoyable team I ever had. To coach. The girls, we're always hurting for numbers. We need 5 runners to score as a team, and we struggle with that at times, having 5 or 6. If someone gets injured, we can't score as a team, and that's very frustrating. But we have a very dedicated group of girls this season. We give out 3 awards for cross country. It's a coach's award and a small monetary award that's given to 1 senior girl and 1 senior boy, and we have MVP awards. Cross country, the boys always run first, but I'm old-fashioned, so I like the girls go first. This year, our coach's award goes to a young lady who's run for 4 years. She wasn't our fastest runner, but she was steady. She set goals for herself. She finally broke 30 minutes at the county meet. And she surprised everyone when we do our annual Giant run. That's running from here to Giant out of Kutztown and back, which is 12 miles. And that night, she left everyone in the dust. Excuse me. I'm a terrible speaker. Anyways, that award this year, along with the monetary award, goes to senior Marla Reimer. I know she considers herself a sprinter, but she's turning into a qualifying distance runner, and that's Ariana Ventura. Boys team is, you never have trouble, we haven't up to this time had trouble with numbers. We normally have at least 20 boys running each year. And this year we had 4 seniors. Again, they weren't the fastest runners on the team, but we're really nice about it. We could go to a meet, I could hand them the map, and they could go over the course and have to worry about them not knowing the course. Cross country is a little different. It's the only sport, I think, where you take a 3-mile hike before you even warm up. So it's kind of important that you do that every away meet, and we don't have 1 or 2 home meets a year, so most meets are away. And it was very relaxing as a coach to be able to have that confidence in the kids. They can go over the course themselves and know where they're going to be running. We had to set up the tent for our big invitationals. We took care of that, set up the tent, took the tent down, took care of the water. I wish they didn't have to do anything with it there. That was a really nice way to coach this year. The 4 boys, I'm actually going to give out 4 coaches awards, which I normally don't do that, but I think they're all deserved. That's Brady Mattress. Sam Medden. Connor Tucci, I didn't think Connor's going to be here tonight. He did let me know that. He has another commitment. And Rohan Chen. Rohan also gets the monetary. Our MVP this year, I can't say too much about him. He finally realized after running for 3 years that if he's going to really be good, he's going to have to put in a lot more miles. He did that this past summer, sought out other people to run with that were his ability, which certainly helped him on, and had a great season. Only I think he would have medaled in states this year, but he was nursing a sore Achilles tendon all season, which hampered his training, but he still ended up qualifying for states, finished in the top 50, which is there's about 300 runners in that race, and that's the top runners in the state. and just had a great season, and that's Nate Goldenbarrow. Certificate for being a state qualifier. Okay, thank you.
For the field hockey team, Mallory Reppy was All-Division, and Jaden Fox and Aaliyah Negron were honorable mention. Here is Coach Joyce Angstad.
Any other field hockey team here? If you are, please stand. Anybody? Uh-oh. There we go. So this year, not quite like the previous fall, after graduating, what was that, 9 seniors or 10? But still, we're a competitive team. We moved up a division, so we were going against bigger schools in the county. But I feel we held our own, and it was a rebuilding year. And I think the next couple, we will still be rebuilding. But that's just the sport of field hockey sometimes. So, but for the 4 seniors we had, we will miss them. They were with us, 3 of them for all 4 years. So they're Mallory Reppy, Aaliyah Negron, Bianca Finden, and Frankie Snyder. Mallory and Aaliyah just put their stamp on the field for us. Mallory stepping up to play a totally different position than she had played in the previous 3 years. And we thank her for that. That just solidified our defense for us. Aaliyah did a great job at midfield and forward, and will be missed. She just came around with her left hand, dribbling and coming in from the left side, and just created some attack for us. Bianca was with us 3 years and played on midfield and also some defense. So she had moved in as a freshman year, so we're happy to have her. And then Frankie came in late every season. She's very talented in our musical department and theater, but still worked hard and was always where she needed to be and learned the game of field hockey, which is why we're out there anyhow, is to be part of a team and learn the sport and grow with it. So for tonight, we'll start with my MVP, and it's going to Mallory Reppy.
We have 2 other awards to give out for field hockey. One is the Fleetwood Activity Booster Club William and Betty Dig Young Senior Field Hockey Award, and that goes to Bianca Finden. And the other award is the Smiley Kylie Field Hockey Scholarship. Is presented to a graduating senior that played on the Fleetwood field hockey team. This student must be kind, optimistic, dependable, and above all, this team player must believe in the statement Kylie had. Why play if you're not having fun? It's not always about winning. This goes to Frankie Snyder. For the football team, Jack Riffle and Zion Brickle, Ty Wamsher, Mason Musatana, Owen Koch, and Tristan McFarland were all conference honorable mention. I'd also like to thank the Ole Valley student athletes who participated this past season, and it's a pleasure having you part of our program once again. Unfortunately, first-year coach got called away on an emergency just a little earlier this evening, so I will be filling in for him, so be patient with me. I will get their awards and we will hand those out. We will start with the Coaches Award. That goes to Jesse Santilli. And we have 2 other Coaches Awards. They're Lineman of the Year Awards. One of those goes to Noah Yorkovich. The next Lineman of the Year Coaches Award goes to Adrian Heffelfinger. And we have 2 MVPs, an offensive and defensive MVP. The offensive MVP goes to Jack Riffle. And the defensive MVP goes to Owen Koch. For the golf team, Ryan Romiak was the county individual champ, placed 6th at districts and 32nd at states. Ryan was also County Player of the Year and All-County, and Aiden Sumas was All-Division Honorable Mention. Here is Coach Casey Mary.
First off, I want to thank my assistant coach, Nick Romiak. He's not here, he's away for work right now. But the success of our team would not be what it is without his help teaching the kids their swings. For the season, we finished with a record of 10-5. The team showed great improvement towards the end of the year. We started 3-3 and then finished 7-2. Our only 2 losses came at Flying Hills against very good teams. Really looking forward to next year with most of our lineup returning. My first award tonight is my Coach's Award. This goes to an individual who showed up every day and was constantly working and trying to get better. He had a smile on his face regardless of how he was playing. Unfortunately, I only had him for 2 years. My Coach's Award goes to Andrew Haas. Now for my MVP award. This goes to Ryan Romiak. During the regular season, for all of our matches, Ryan had the best individual score. Ryan seemed to play his best golf against the best players. In our first match against Exeter and Hearst Catholic, normally really good teams. He had a 69 at the Golden Oaks, which is 3 under par. Our next match was against Wilson, who had the defending boys county champion and a former girls county champion. He shot a 69 and beat them. Moving on to the county tournament. As a golf coach, once you get to the tournaments, you don't get to watch your players play, which I hate, but it's how they do it. We have to be with another group, so I had no idea what was going on with his first round. Each coach inputs the scores on a golf app, so I see his score for 6 holes was 7 over par. I just think to myself and talk to other people, like, what the heck's going on? He hasn't done this all year. Told myself, I'm like, just stay where you are, let everybody else come back to you. Sure enough, he finished at the first round at 7 over par. Went into the final 9 holes, 2 shots back. Within 3 holes, Ryan was in the lead. Never let go of the lead. Was Fleetwood's first county golf champion, I believe, since 1999. Perseverance he had all year. Then we go to the district tournament. Unfortunately, the second day, I had to leave after like 12 holes to get to a wedding. When I left, I thought he was out of it, he was done. He was struggling, then he goes on and birdies 4 of the last 5 holes to not only make it to states, but medal at districts as well. Then at the state tournament, I found out the night we got there, he's sick. That first round, he struggled. The weather was actually decent that first day, but he still struggled. The second day, the weather was terrible. And Ryan shot a 2 over par, 74, which that day was 10th best round of everybody in AAA. My MVP award goes to Ryan Roman.
And he also receives a Board of Directors Award for being the county champion, placing 6th at districts, qualified for states, and 32nd at states, and County Player of the Year. So this is his board certificate as well. The boys soccer team was county quarterfinalists, district champs, and state quarterfinalists. Davin Millsock was all state. Davin Millsock, Owen Shoemaker, Nate Herb, and we're all county. Josh Candelaria and Owen Schleichel were all division. Carrie Boucher, Cam Geiger, and Grant Hernandez were honorable mention. Here's Coach Keith Schleichel.
Mike Boyer, come forward, please.
He's here.
Good evening. I'm Mike Boyer. I'm here to present the Jim Pickle Boyer Scholarship Award. This award is given in memory of James Pickle H. Boyer. Pickle was a lifelong resident of Fleetwood who gave generously to the Fleetwood community youth, students, and families of the Fleetwood area. Pickle donated his time and energy to the overtime program for the Fleetwood High School students, coached and supported Fleetwood athletic programs, and gave of his time to the Fleetwood community through various volunteer efforts. This scholarship has been arranged by his wife Karen and will be given to a committee-chosen athlete of Fleetwood Area High School who exemplifies the qualities that we admired about Jim. His time on earth was too short, but many of us have been blessed by his optimism, his overflowing energy, and his ability to always see the positive side of life from any angle. The scholarship has been established to create a lasting memory of Jim. This year's scholarship goes to Baxter Beal.
Hello everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I want to thank all the athletes for competing in 2022 and 2023 seasons. I want to thank the administration and Matt for putting this together and having our support. I want to do a lot of thank yous quick here. I want to thank the student body for coming to our games. I want to thank the cheerleaders for supporting us. I want to thank Mrs. Buss and Mr. Hill for supporting ourselves and stuff. I want to thank my assistant coach, Kyle. We're going to do just a little something here. A very unique team I had this year, 20 plus years of coaching, and it's one of the top teams I ever was able to coach. Very unique senior class. I think we had 14 seniors, and one of the best senior classes I've ever had a chance to coach as well. A lot of firsts here. Undefeated regular season, another first. Giving up 6 goals in that regular season is the best we've ever done in that time frame. And 12 goals overall in 23 games and 14 shutouts is pretty impressive. Picking an MVP is extremely hard in a team like this because we have a lot of talent. So I had to go with another first for tonight, 3 MVPs. We'll start off with senior Owen Shoemaker. Nate Erb, another MVP. And our third MVP is Davin Millsap. Okay, I apologize, I'm going to be up here a little longer, sorry. Also want to recognize the winner of our Jeff Remley Scholarship, Owen Shoemaker. And also, I want to call front Carrie Plushay for the Ray Bus Scholarship. Also want to announce another scholarship, Fleetwood Area Booster Club, William and Betty Diggo Senior Soccer Award. It goes to Owen Schlegel.
we also have Board of School Directors Awards for boys soccer for either making all-state or for being district champs and qualifying for the state playoffs. For all-state, David Millisak. Daniel Alvarez. Joshua Avila. Joseph Avila. Nick Barr. Owen Weiss. Baxter Beal, Carson Bry, Joshua Candelario, Zachary Fry, Cam Geiger, Justin Hartline, Nate Herb, Brian Hernandez, Luke Jones, Ethan Kaler, Travis Floyd, William Moore, Harry Pochet, Kelly Purcell, Owen Schlegel, Ty Seidel, Owen Shoemaker. The girls soccer team were semifinalists in the county, quarterfinalists in the district. Gigi Gonzalez, Ava Salih, Chanel Hercules were all county. Bridget Daskowitz was all division. Penny Wentz, Lily Went, and Jaja Gonzalez were honorable mention. Here's Coach Bill Lowndes.
Good evening. I'd like to recognize our captains. If they're here, would they stand up? They were all seniors. Chanel Hercules, Julia Lerner, Haley Wojciechowski, and Kelly Glosser. We finished with a record of 11-4-1 in the counties. Made it to the second round of the counties and lost to the eventual championship. Was the Wyomissing team, a 3-2 score. We were down 2-0 at halftime. Came back to tie it up. Then went down by 1, and the last 13 seconds of the match, we had an opportunity to do a restart and score, and missed by this much. But a good, successful season. My MVP for this year is a 3-year starter, a D1 athlete, all-county 3 years in a row, and committed to follow her sister at Delaware, Ava Salih. goes to a player, is a three-sport athlete, played most of her senior year hurt, though didn't miss anything. Was a tremendous help to our team, and really going to miss her. Haley Wojciechowski. Thank you.
In girls tennis, Elena Smith was district singles quarterfinalist, and Elena and Aaron Sonnen were district doubles qualifiers. Elena was also all division, and Aaron was honorable mention. Here's Coach Joe Eways.
For the last 2 years, both the women's and the men's tennis team have really made some big strides. Elena Smith played #1 here in the fall and was not only a district qualifier, but a district winner. She played a match that was one of the best comebacks we've ever seen, because she was down 4 or 5 love or something in the first set. And of course, we're sitting up there going, this is over. And suddenly, she made an adjustment and started playing. Won the set 7-5 and just, carried forward into the second set, and the match was over. That hasn't happened here, for Fleetwood. I don't know how long, because as most of them will tell you, what happened yesterday is not really important. It's what's going to happen tomorrow or the next point. But her and Aaron Sonnen also qualified for doubles and almost had the next best comeback, even though they lost the match, because they were down, I think, 5-1 or 5-0 in the third set, ended up losing that set 6-4. We were in the fall competing for the county championship, and we had one illness for the last 3 matches, one illness and one injury. It kind of took us out of that, but we were very, very competitive countywide, and it was a great joy to coach this team, and they really tried hard at all times. Sometimes not to the intensity that I would like to see, which most of them will tell you, but they were starting to get it. It was a lot of fun. Elena Smith is the Coach's Award for this year. And Elena Smith not only played #1, district winner, district doubles qualifier, but she also provided all the spirit and led on everything for the team for the last 2 years. Eileen Chen was another one who was very good with that. Now, she didn't win quite as many matches as Aaron Sonnen, who was the MVP, but she also teamed with her for the doubles. And so she's our Coach's Award, Aaron is our MVP. Also, Eileen Chen has gotten the award for what is this? Oh.
Eileen Chen will be awarded the Dale A. Cullen Scholar Athlete Award. This is awarded to a high-ranking student who has played and lettered in tennis. The girls volleyball team, county quarterfinals and district qualifiers. Haley Hallman was all county, Emily Western and Ashley Hoomer were all division, and Amy Worley was honorable mention. Here's first year coach Keith Hallman.
Thanks. First, I want to thank everyone who came out here tonight to honor all these amazing athletes. Also, I'd like to thank my numerous volunteer and assistant coaches. At any given time throughout the course of the season, we could have 6 to 8 coaches in there, and that's just huge on a volleyball court. The volleyball team had some pretty lofty goals this year. We fell a little short of meeting them, but it wasn't from the lack of the commitment, effort, and enthusiasm all the players had. We may have fell short of those goals, but we did have a lot of fun chasing them. I want to thank all the parents, fans, and student section that showed up at every match and force. They helped create a home court advantage that was unmatched in their county. We appreciate you all. Hope to see you all there. I am truly honored to have had a chance to work with these athletes, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they all do. They're looking forward to seeing them do great things on and off the court for years to come. We have 3 coaches awards this year, and they're the first 2 that year. First coach's award goes to senior Ashley Hoomer. She was our libero, a 4-year starter, a fierce defender who always threw herself around the court, making the big day when we needed to keep a volley alive. She was one of the best liberos in the county and will be missed and will be hard to replace next year. The next coach's award goes to senior Emily Westner. She was a captain, setter, and a 4-year varsity player. Emily was a true leader on and off the court. She could always be counted on to do whatever was needed. On the court, she commanded our offense, made every one of our hitters better. My humble opinion, the best setter in the county, and even more so, she was a great person. Third coach's award goes to junior Ava Giannini. This was Ava's first chance on the varsity court. She performed above and beyond what the coaching staff could have ever asked for. Easily one of the most improved players this year. She was a force at the net for us all year long, but especially in county and district playoffs. Her attitude on and off the court are the benchmark that others should strive to have. You can always count on a laugh and a smile from her no matter the situation. I'm really looking forward to seeing her take the next step this upcoming season. Our MVP was senior Haley Hall. She was a 4-year starter, captain, and outside hitter. Haley set the bar high for this team, but even higher for herself. She put in upon hours and hours over the summer, making sure she was in the best physical condition she could be in for the season, knowing we would rely heavily on her this year. She made everyone on the court around her better, taking time before, during, and after practice almost every day to help players understand what we were trying to accomplish. Her performance on the court spoke for itself. She led our team in kills, blocks, and aces, but even more impressive was her ability to play the complete game, shining on defense and service seed as well. Every team in the county knew if they were going to beat us, they'd have to slow her down, and most really struggled to do that. I've been coaching for 12 years. She's easily the most versatile player that I've ever coached. You could put her in any position on the court and she would shine. While as her coach, I'm about as proud as I can be, but nothing could compare to the pride I have in calling her my daughter.
The girls water polo team placed 5th in the state, which is the highest finish in Muhlenberg's school history. I'd like to thank Muhlenberg coach Steve Stambaugh for his hospitality and the co-op with them in the sport of water polo. It's much appreciated. I don't think Coach Stambaugh is here, but we do have school directors awards to give out for girls water polo for making to the state tournament. So I will read those names and hand those out on his behalf. Delaney Devlin. Rachel Hess. Taylor Shaw. Catherine Tanis. Rachel Wood. And Michaela Yellitz. The boys basketball team were county quarterfinalists, district finalists, and state qualifiers. Jake Carnish is the new boys' all-time leading scorer with 1,420 points. Jake was second team 4A All-State and All-County. Aiden Sumas and Nate Herb were All-Division, and Braden Williams was honorable mention. Here filling in for Coach Sittler is Coach Justin Sumas.
Good evening, everyone. What a basketball season. Finished the season with one of the best seasons in school history with a 22-5 record. Hosted a home playoff game, county playoff game. Hosted multiple home district playoff games and appeared in our first district title game in over 30 years. We also hosted a state playoff game. I can't thank the community enough. If anybody was at our games, it was rocking. It was insane. The county playoff game was great. It was the best atmosphere I've ever been a part of with Fleetwood basketball, and I've been a part of it since the mid-90s. That was here. This season would not be possible without our tremendous players. If you're aware of a Fleetwood basketball player, please stand up. Our first Coaches Award goes to our 6'7" center, who really came on late in the district playoffs. This player had 15 points and 11 rebounds in the district semifinal game, helping us secure a trip to Hershey. He really improved during the season, and we are excited to have him back for his senior season. Hunter Svoboda. Our next Coaches Award goes to a player that leads our offense. This player has started since he was a freshman and has continued to improve year after year. He can get to the hole and distribute the ball with ease. He was selected as an all-division player. This player also returns for his senior season next year. Nathaniel Herb. Our defensive player of the year, defensive MVP, was tasked with guarding the opponent's best player. This player was most notably shut down Middletown's Mason Blazer in a district quarterfinals game, holding him to 7 points after he was averaging 19 on the season. This player was selected as an all-division player for the second straight season and will return for his senior season. I also get to call this player my son, Aiden Sumas. This was probably one of the easiest awards I've ever had to give out. Our MVP was an easy selection. He's the school's all-time leading scorer with 1,420 points. He was named as an All-Berks player for the second straight year, and most recently named to the 4A All-State second team. I've personally been lucky enough to call him I've personally been lucky enough to coach this young man since he's been 7 years old. It would be an understatement to say this player will be missed. Easily one of the best athletes to ever come out of Fleetwood, he will be attending King's College in the fall and continue his basketball career. Our MVP is Jake Carnish. Hope somebody got that on video. Mike Mayer, will you please come up?
I have the honor of presenting the Leroy Frederick Basketball Scholarship Award for both boys. We're going to do boys first and then the girls following. Many of you probably do not know my father-in-law, Leroy. He was a basketball fanatic. He played for Fleetwood back in the 40s and was always supporting the basketball team as well as all the other sports in town. Passed away 9 years ago, and the family has set up a scholarship fund in his memory to be given to a senior boy and girl basketball player that exudes the basketball ability and the love of the game to go to college, to go on to college and stuff. So this year's boys recipient is Jake Carnish.
We also have some Board of Directors awards for making state qualifiers as a team, as well as Jake Carnish being All-State. So the first one is for Jake Carnish for being 4A All-State. And now for the team for qualifying for states, Nate Herb, Liam Hilbert, Jake Carnish, Megan McKinney, Kaden Ryan, Kaden Schaefer, Mason Senna, Aiden Sumas, Hunter Savota, and Braden Williams. In girls basketball, Alexis Hess finished her career with 1,403 points. Alexis was 4A first team All-State and All-County. Haley Wojciechowski was All-Division honorable mention. Here's Coach Steve Zeller.
Hello. This year, I had considered my coaches' awards for a couple different people, and my MVP was obvious. And there's two people here that I don't have an award for here, and I don't think they care. That's Chanel Hercules and Katie Budleski. As seniors, they decided to come out for basketball this year. They had basically never played, maybe when they were 6 years old. And I just wanted to recognize them for coming out and having fun, getting our numbers up, and just a lesson in humility and being humble. Because they're stars in their other sports. And they didn't care about just coming out for basketball, having fun, and being part of the team. So I want to recognize them. For my Coaches Award, this person, it's Haley Wojciechowski. Come on up. I like Haley so much and how she played this year that I honestly originally was thinking she'd be co-MVP. But anyway, those of you that know Haley, she's pretty reserved, quiet, shy. I'm sure she's not that way with her friends, but she's like that a lot. It's hard to get her to talk. But that girl, when you put her on a basketball court, she flips the switch. Something happens in her that she does not quit. I mean, she plays her. I would take 10 Haleys in a second, and we beat everybody. She's just the kind of kid, every loose ball, every rebound. And when I say 100% of the time, I mean 100% of the time. You know, not everybody can do that. And that's without ever one time giving me a hard time about anything. So Haley's my Coach's Award. I'm thrilled to give it to her. Now my MVP would be Alexis Hess. Come on up. Alexis, I think most of you know her basketball accolades. She's a four-time first-team All-County. Yeah. Four-time first-team All-County, three-time All-State, last 2 years, first-team All-State. And in basketball, that is something that is so difficult to do. There's very few people in Berks County that have done that. You know, that's something for like Lonnie Walker. I've known Alexis, I've been here 8 years now. I first met Alexis when she was 10 years old. She was playing on middle school summer league teams with us when she was 10. She was in, I don't even know, 4th grade or something like that. Just a quick story about that. One game at Spooky Nook at the summer league, we had our middle school team it was. And the other school, Central York, actually sent their JV high school team. They screwed something up, so we were playing a high school team as middle schoolers. And they beat us by about 50 points, I'd say. But in that game, Alexis probably had 25 points. And I was really upset with their coach for beating us so bad, but when we were shaking hands, and I remember this, she won't remember this, but the coach said to me, hey, you have a nice little player there, you know, trying to patronize me a little bit after they kicked our butts. And I said, oh, thank you, buddy. I said, she's 10. You know, and that was against high school kids. I've seen what this girl can do. I've seen every single one of her 1,400 high school points. She's really almost like a daughter to me, and we probably fight a little bit like that too, parent-daughter relationship. But anyway, Alexis stayed at Fleetwood. She had everybody tugging at her. There's never been anybody in this county more scrutinized or more critiqued than this girl. At every single gymnasium we were ever in, game plans against her, every eye on her. And she made it. All state, all county, all that. She's going to Kansas State. She's got a Division I scholarship. So I wish her nothing but the best.
And Alexis will also receive a Board of Directors Award for being All-State. Again, she was first team 4A All-State this year. Mike Mayer can come forward again for the Leroy Frederick.
The Leroy Frederick girls winner this year is Haley Wojciechowski.
Haley, I got this. Haley is also getting another scholarship. It's the 3-point goal award.
In swimming, the following qualified for districts: Michaela Yelitz, Catherine Tanis, Rachel Hess, Taylor Shaw, Logan Detweiler, Alex Kissinger, and the following qualified for states: Michaela Yelitz, Catherine Tanis, Rachel Hess, and Alex Kissinger. Alex Kissinger was second team 100 fly and third team 200 free relay. Michaela Yelitz and Rachel Hess were second team 200 medley relay. And Michaela was third team 100 breaststroke, and Rachel and Catherine Tanis were third team in 200 and 400 free relay. Once again, I'd like to thank Muhlenberg and Coach Todd Eisenhofer. I don't believe Coach Eisenhofer is here today, so I will hand out the Board of Directors Awards for those that qualified for states. Rachel Hess. Alex Kissinger. Catherine Tanis. And Michaela Yelitz. I'd like to thank wrestling coach Ken Thomason and Muhlenberg for the cooperative sponsorship. This is the first year that we were at Muhlenberg after being over at Holy Valley for a number of years. So again, it's much appreciated and their hospitality. I don't believe Coach Thomason could be here today, but I would like to recognize two of our wrestlers. Vinny Cardell. Vinny was our lone high school wrestler this year. That wrestled for the high school team. We had another high school wrestler in Connor Schlegel as a 9th grader, but he wrestled at the junior high level. So let's give those two wrestlers a round of applause. The fall and winter cheerleading squads did an outstanding job cheering for football, boys and girls soccer, and boys and girls basketball. They put a lot of time and effort into supporting their teams, and it's very much appreciated. In addition to all of that, they also competed at competitions and were county, district, state, and national qualifiers. Here's Coach Rachel Ferrante.
Hello, everybody. We would first like to thank the athletic department, trainers, our parents, the football, soccer, basketball teams, and all of their coaches as well. We had a great season, and we got to extend some of our seasons for boys soccer and boys basketball, which made for a long season, but a fun season. On top of cheering for all of the previously mentioned teams, we had 2 competing teams this year. One in our traditional competitive routine, and one that was brand new to us, which was game day. We competed on every level this year, from counties all the way to nationals, which took us to Dallas, Texas this year. And we are so proud of all of our achievements and all of our team's accomplishments throughout the year. Before we get into awards, we would like to ask the following cheerleaders to stand. Sarah Grimm, Kaylee Cromer, Jessica Pritchard, Katie Annabelle, Delaney Walker, Laura Mennett, Lola Touch, and Deanna Mohibir. Seniors, and thank you all for your 4-year commitment to us, and we are very excited to watch you grow and watch you succeed in the next 4 chapters. Our first awards that we are giving out are our MVP awards, and since we do have 2 seasons, it does seem like I'm giving a lot of awards away, but it is, you know, from June to February that I get to hang out with these kids, so I have a lot of time, I have a lot of awards. So we give these to the individuals that have a presence on the track or in the gym. They're fun to watch. They have nearly perfect technique, which they should, just saying. They also give it their all, and they fight underneath all of their stunts and all of their pyramids. Our MVPs for the fall season are Maris Arnold and Sky Wall. And then our MVPs for our winter season are competition captain Jessica Pritchard and Haley Longer. Our Coaches Awards have 2 different categories. The first are given to those that fix problems without hesitation. They go after the issue without involving coaching staff, and they just make things happen. 9 times out of 10, we don't know that there is an issue happening. They're every coach's dream, and they're driven, and they have a strong desire to succeed, and they have a strong voice in order to get 19 other people to listen to them, and 19 teenage girls. We all know that struggle. Our first set of Coaches Award go to sideline captains Kaylee Cromer and Sarah Grimm. And I don't know if I saw her, but our third is our second competition captain, which is Katie Annabelle. The other part of our Coaches Awards goes to athletes that are not afraid to throw themselves into really anything. Whether it's a stunt or a quick change the day of a competition for a game day routine, these 2 individuals may be small, but they're mighty. They attack their skills and communicate with their peers to achieve their goals. These 2 ladies used frustration and they turned it into fuel. They were a part of the same stunt group, and our Coaches Awards are Riley Jones and Delaney Walker. And I know we have a Board of Directors award thing that I have to stand up here, but I do want to say we can't wait to see you all in the fall on the track.
And then their Board of Directors Awards for being county and national qualifiers, followed by county, district, state, and national qualifiers. Start with the county and national qualifiers. Catherine Annabelle. Terrence Arnold. Leanna Kapora. Kelly Cromer. Sarah Grimm. Riley Jones. Cassiana Laborde. Haley Marger. Laura Bennett. Deanna Marbear. Jessica Pritchard. Lorianne Touch. Naomi Villasenor. Delaney Walker. And Sky Wall. And Aaron Kasparov. All right, for the next group that were county, district, state, and national qualifiers, Catherine Annabelle, Wes Arnold, Haley Cromer, Sarah Grimm, Riley Jones, Aaron Gasparowitz, Cassiana Laborde, Haley Marger, Laura Bennett, Jessica Pritchard, Delaney Walker, and Sky Wall. In our bowling cooperative sponsorship at Muhlenberg, Andrew Long finished 6th at county singles, 65th at regional singles, and 20th at district singles. Braden Soroka finished 13th at county singles and 80th at regional singles. They were both all division honorable mention. The girls team qualified for the PA Eastern Regional Tournament. I'd like to welcome and thank you to Muhlenberg coach Rob Wolf.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank Fleetwood for the co-op for bowling with Muhlenberg, and I'd like to thank the parents for their strong support of all the matches and with our program. Without our Fleetwood bowlers and Muhlenberg combined, we wouldn't have had the successes that we've had in both the boys and the girls teams. With that said, we're always looking for new bowlers. It's a winter sport, so if you're not doing a winter sport, definitely come on out for the team next year. First, I'd like to present the Coaches Award to Addison Hostetler. Addison has been a member of our girls varsity bowling team for the past 3 years. She helped our team to reach it to team regionals all 3 years in the county tournament last year. Addison always worked hard to improve, had fun while doing so, and was an awesome teammate to the other girls. Addison has also been a member of the volleyball, track, marching band, women's empowerment club, student council, science olympiad, and chorus. Good luck at college next year, Addison, while pursuing your dream of becoming an engineer. I'm also going to be giving out 2 MVP awards tonight. Braden Soroka. Braden has been a team leader to our boys bowling team for the past 3 years. He was by far our most improved bowler that I've coached these past 4 years. He helped our boys to finish in 5th place at regionals, make it to states, and we finished as a team in 9th place at states. This year, Braden was selected as part of the all-county team, qualified for regional singles and also team regionals. Braden always had a great sense of humor, which is contagious, and lightens up the tense moments that often occur during bowling matches and tournaments. I'll never forget, he's gonna kill me for bringing this up. At the Wilson match, Braden broke his toe when he dropped a bowling ball on it before the match. But he did really well that day, even with a broken toe. Great job, Braden. I'd also like to give out an MVP award to Andrew Long. Andrew has been a team leader for our boys bowling team for the past 3 years. This year, Andrew was selected as part of the all-county team, qualified for the district and regional singles, and the team regionals. Last year, Andrew played an integral part in our boys team, placing 5th at regionals and making it to states, and finished as a team in 9th place. Andrew has been great over the years with consistency. He worked hard to make all of his spares and always close out the 10 frame very strong with 3 strikes. I could always count on him to do this for us. After graduation, Andrew will continue his career as a diesel mechanic and continue his passion for bowling in his free time. Congratulations, Andrew.
The baseball team were county semifinalists and district quarterfinalists. Jake Carnish, Zachary Dilbeck, Liam Hilbert, and Ryan Moser were all division. Aiden Sumas was honorable mention. Here's Coach Roland Green.
All members of the baseball team, please stand and be recognized. This year, I want to thank them. It was a lot of fun, and it's easy to coach when you have a good group of kids. We'll start with Coach's Award. This individual, he's just an awesome teammate. He always had a positive attitude when he came to practice and games, and did whatever he had to do to help the team. And it was my pleasure to get to know him and coach him. Coach's Award goes to Nick Cox. We also have a Fleetwood Area Baseball Association Roy Treagle Memorial Scholarship that goes to Brady Williams and Jake Carnish. Thank you.
Softball team were county quarterfinalists and district qualifiers. Morgan Kaler was all county, Caitlin Poletsky, Ashley Robach, and Haley Marger were all division, and Emily Miller, Kylie Krause were honorable mention. Here's Coach Eric Garman.
Okay, so we moved up a division, and the players of the softball team still provided
accomplished with a very exciting season. League record of 83 overall, 12-9. I do want to recognize my staff, Coach Willie Stump, Coach Anthony Bourne, and Coach Kenny Rentschler back there. They're the mechanics to keep the machine running. We wrangled with MVP. At any rate, I have co-MVPs this year. The first is a young lady who actually played first base her sophomore year. We found ourselves in her junior year. We thought we had 2 senior pitchers. Unfortunately, it didn't work. And we needed somebody to step up to the rubber, so to speak. And this young lady did. And she did an outstanding job. Took us to counties, districts, and states last year. Counties, districts this year. So that particular individual will be missed as she moves on to play at the D2 level. And that is Caitlin Lesky. In addition, I would just like to mention that FGSA handed out a scholarship on Cancer Night, and Caitlin was the recipient of that scholarship as well. For our second MVP, this is and has been our Brooks Robinson, if you will, of the softball team. 35 balls fielded, 1 error. She's a magnet. It's real simple. The mantra of the coaching staff is go ahead and hit it to our third baseman. She'll handle it, and she does. That being the case, that MVP award goes to Ashley Roebuck. I should mention that we'll miss her. She's moving up to play at the D3 level next year. So we wish her the best of luck and Caitlin the best of luck. I have 2 coaches awards. I've coached for over 40 years in various sports, and probably this coaching award goes to one of the most malleable players that I've worked with. Freshman year, she never pitched other than 1 game, I think, against Antietam in middle school, but freshman year we needed pitchers, and her freshman year, and hey, Coach Stump says, you got the mechanics, and she stepped up and has helped us out. She plays second base, she played shortstop. This year, for the most part, played first base. We didn't even know if we were going to have a backup catcher in the early season. We said, who are we going to get to catch? And we said, oh, yeah, let's get her to catch. And so, Coach's Award goes to Emily Miller. Last but not least, the second Coach's Award, okay, goes to a player that batted .625 for the season. Tremendous athlete, very athletic, strong arm, extremely competitive. I mean, to the nth degree. However, we got ahead in the game this year, and I think the thing that between Coach Stump and I pushed us in this direction to give a Coach's Award was, she turned around and she said, you know, Coach, if you're going to take me out, that's all right. Some of the other girls can get some playing time. And that's because she's a team player. And so that was extremely important and probably earned her this award. And that goes to Morgan Taylor.
Boys tennis, Kyle Sonnen was all division honorable mention, and the following Fleetwood boys tennis team members made the flight tournament: Zachary Fry, Cam Geiger, Noah Stern, Rohan Chen, and Lane Geiger. Here's Coach Joe Ewags.
I want to share with you two quotes that have always kind of driven my approach to almost any sport. I did share it with both my teams, and they're important to talk about. The first is about winning. Winning is a function of enthusiasm, desire, and willingness to sacrifice, tempered by discipline. That was a quote from, God, 50 years ago. The guy I used to compete with, and I'm ashamed of it. I give him credit for it, but I use it quite a bit because I thought it defined winning quite well. The next one is about the mental ability that you need to exercise if you're going to compete. A good player is always compelled to evaluate what has happened or what is still happening so he can learn from it. Now, that's a quote I heard and loved. I will tell you that I substituted the word player for pilot because in 1986 that was from the original Top Gun movie. But it defines everything you need to know about competing. The men's tennis team this year, with basically the same team we had last year, won twice as many games, which is interesting enough because the people that provided most of our wins weren't the same people, even though we had the entire same team, as the people who played last year. So that speaks to the depth of the program and the fact that other people were really stepping up and doing what they had to do at whatever level they were playing. The MVP for the year, that he had the most wins, Cam Geiger. Coach's Award, second most number of wins, like even though he was playing down at number 4, Noah Stern.
And then the male version of the Dale A. Cullen Scholar Athlete Award goes to Rohan Chen. In track and field, the following qualified for districts: Chanel Hercules in the 100, 200 long jump in the 4x1, Ava Salih in the 400 and the 4x1, Gigi Gonzalez in the 100 and 4x1, Jadlyn Eichert in the 4x1, Tegan Hilbert in the 4x1, Sophia Burrell-Kovrin in the javelin, Tony Downs in the 100 and 200, Jamal Gordon in the 110 hurdles, Nate Gordo in the 1600 meters, William Mark in the high jump, and William is also the county champ and made all-county, Corbin Walker in the high jump. Following school records were broken. In the 400 meters, meter relay, 400 meter relay in 49.45 seconds, Ava Salih, Jolena Gonzalez, Jadlyn Eichert, and Chanel Hercules. In the 100 meters, with 12.34 seconds, Chanel Hercules. And the 1600 meters, 4 minutes, 22.37 seconds, Nate Goldsboro. The following were all division. In the 4x100 relay, John Selesky, Gabe Siegfried, Yaviel Navarez Gonzalez, and Tony Downs. In the high jump, Corbin Walker. In the 100 meters, Chanel Hercules. In the 400 meters, Ava Salih. In the 4x100 relay, Ava Salih, Gigi Gonzalez, Jadlyn Eichert, and Chanel Hercules. In the high jump, Kelsey Touche. In the javelin, Sophia Burrell-Coburn. In the pole vault, Kelsey Touche. And the following were honorable mention. In the long jump, Chanel Hercules. And here is Coach Steve Zeller.
Hello again. We'll start with the boys, with the Coaches Awards. I want to say one thing about track and field. It's a sport that's truly, it's black and white. You know, your number is your number, your throw is your throw, your jump's your jump. My awards here, this is all performance-based, because I feel in track, that's the way you need to do things. I have a ton of kids on my team that could get Coaches Awards. I mean, many. We have a great group of kids. But the kids up here, I happen to like them a lot also. So it works out really well. We'll start with the Boys Coaches Awards. The first person we'll call William Mark. William was the boys high jump champion, had a great season. He's also becoming a volunteer firefighter, which I love that he's doing that, because I'm old school and a lot of people used to do that. Now nobody's anymore. William's a great guy to have on your team. It's nice he plays 3 sports. This is his favorite sport. He's just happy to be there. He loves the high jump, all that stuff. William Mark. Next on the Boys Coaches Awards, and remember I have 70 kids on my team, so if I have 9 people up here, the percentage is really not that bad. The next Coaches Award goes to Jamel Gordon. Jamel's a junior, so is William, so it's nice they'll both be back next year. Jamel, he was showing some flashes of potential greatness at the end of last year. And this year, he came into the season, he worked really hard in the off season, got stronger. He's super dedicated. He's one of the top hurdlers in the county. Great kid to have on our team, full of energy, sometimes a little too much, to calm him down. But Jamel Gordon. I have co-MVPs for the boys this year. First, I'll call up Nate Goldsboro. Nate had a storybook season. His goal was to break the 1,600-meter record, which was his goal all winter, and he worked super hard and was so close to it all year, you know, within a few seconds, and that's not a lot in 1,600 meters. We got to the second to last invitational of the year, the Shaner meet, where Nate missed the school record by 0.4 seconds or something like that. He was 4 minutes and 25.4, and the record was 4:25. So anyway, this kid's worked so hard. He finally, at the county meet, broke that record. So happy to see him do that because he worked for it. It was a goal of his. He had a plan all along. Coach himself through a lot of things. You know, I didn't even know what he was doing sometimes, you know. It's like, I'm going to go do this today. All right, whatever. So Nate, he finally broke the record, and it's just such a feat because that record was on our board since 1968. It's the oldest record of our school records. So congratulations, Nate. I'm so happy that you did that. The next MVP is one of my favorites. Of course. I like a lot of these kids, but he's right up there. It's Tony Downs. Tony's also was a 100-point scorer for our team, which is difficult to track. Rachel understands. She's former track. Yeah. Tony, 4 years now. Super works hard, has high goals. He's going to do track at Alvernia along with hockey. Just a great kid to have on your team. He's a born leader. I think he's trying to do some things now with like some younger kids and stuff in the off season. Tony, super versatile, sprinter. One of my favorites for sure. He's just a great kid, and just thrilled to have him. And like I said, he scored 100 points. Our boys were super strong this year, led by him. Now we'll get to the girls. The girls this year, I've been here 6 years in track. This was the strongest girls team we've had. They finished 3rd in the county amongst the girls, beat the likes of YO, Exeter, Berks Catholic, teams I love to beat. We beat them. And the two ahead of us, it just wasn't in the cards. We started our season this year at an invitational with, I think, 14 teams, mid to smaller sized schools, and it's an invitational that we lost, our girls lost last year by 1 point, which was, that was hard to swallow. 1 point, you can get 1 point wherever. So we kind of went into it this year on a mission. This year, we won the meet by 100 points. 180 to 80 for Harrisburg. They were in second. That's how we started our season. Like, we really came out strong. So great year for the girls. A lot of them are back. We'll start with our Coaches Awards, and first we'll go with Gigi Gonzalez. Gigi was also a 100-point scorer. Gigi's a 9th grader, so great to have on the team. She could run just about anything. Run short distance, long distance, mid distance, whatever. Great person to have on the team. Super energetic personality, if you guys know her. It goes back to something that Cecil said to me one time. And seeing Cecil over there, I must thank all my coaches at the high school team and down through the middle school. Because with track, with all those kids, all these events, coaches are so important, and we have top to bottom, every single one of them is great. Cecil does a great job with the middle school also. But when Gigi first came up, I didn't really know, I knew her from watching her last year in middle school, and I said to Cecil, I said, what's up with, how's Gigi? I'm trying to get a feel for her, And Cecil says something like, she's a little goofy, but she's coachable. Never has somebody been more accurate with a statement. Gigi's so much fun to have on the team. Thrilled to have her. She's part of the 4x1 relay team. Gigi Gonzalez. Next, I'll call Jalen Eibert. Jalen, a 10th grader, has 2 good years left. She was up here last year too as a freshman. Jalen's part of our 4x1 relay team that set the school record and was super, super good. Jalen's super versatile, great person to have on the team. She ran the 100, the 200, 400. She hasn't been quite sure what her events are. You know, we've talked about this for 2 years now. So this is what's going to happen now. Now Jadlyn is training for the pentathlon and the heptathlon, which involves throwing events, jumping events, everything. So I'm pretty sure she's going to do really well in this next year. But Jadlyn's just like the perfect kid to have on the team. Thrilled to have her, Jadlyn Eifert. Next, of the last Coaches Award, not least, would be Ava Salee. Any underclassmen out here, you do notice there's soccer players here and other people, we will accommodate, we will make it work if you want to come out for track. Ava's favorite sport of track. Ava's like the great person. I think a lot of you know her. I'm a fan. Tell her I'm a fan. She runs a 400, the 4x1. Just super. She's the president of our activity fund. She was my first thought. I mentioned that last year. So Ava's gonna look to break the 400 record next year. She said that the other day, so that means she'll be back at track. So now you're locked in. Ava, great person to have on our team. Thrilled to have her. Ava Salee. I have two girls MVPs this year. First is Kelsey Touche. Kelsey was also a 100-point scorer. She actually led the team in points scored with 120, doing triple jump, high jump, pole vault. She was second in the county in one, and third in the other, I believe. Super consistent. Super quiet. Like you wouldn't even know she's there. So she's probably not even liking that anybody's even saying anything about her. But Kelsey decided to work hard, you know, take it more seriously, and paid off big time this year. Last year there were flashes of brilliance, but this year she was just consistent the entire year, and did a great job for our team. Chanel was hurt for the whole middle of our season. The rest of these kids here pulled together, and we didn't miss a beat even without our best athlete. And Kelsey's one of those that great contributor, Kelsey Touche. Last, this is a no-brainer, just like basketball was. That'll be Chanel Hercules. Chanel will be graduating. She now is the record holder in the 100-meter dash. The 300 hurdles, which was the story from last year, which was kind of a joke, and now she's the record holder and county champ. And of the 4x1 relay. Chanel's one of those kids that I'm not just going to miss her, everybody's going to miss her. Because, well, Ava might not. But Chanel's like one of those quiet leaders. She just leads by example. And she's going to Millersville for track, which I know was her first choice all along, so I'm glad that worked out. Chanel's, oh my God. I'm just trying to, Chanel, what's the matter? Yeah, so Chanel, long jump, 100, 200, she can do anything, everything. Gonna miss her so much. She's a quiet leader on our team. I remember one time I was trying to get the sprinters together. The sprinters are difficult. Trying to get the sprinters together to just get them to move. Like, put your shoe spikes on, you know, they're just goofing around. And I just remember Chanel going to the whole group, they're all sitting there, and Chanel just goes real quiet, come on guys. That's all she said, so quietly. Everybody gets up, and next thing you know, everybody's on their truck. So Chanel's gonna be missed in so many ways. Just thrilled to have her, and the thing that I'll miss the most is just the swag and the coolness. Because Chanel's a cool cat, you know, when you got a name like Chanel Hercules, you know, you got expectations, and she lives up to all of them. Chanel Hercules. One last thing, our girls 4x4, or 4x1, I mean, they're all up here. They've actually qualified for the New Balance Nationals, which is a huge honor, and they'll be going there in June. I mean, they're one of the top. That's how good their time was. We knew that record was going to go down this year. They broke it last year at the end of the year, and they broke it again the first meet this season. But yeah, they're going to New Balance Nationals. I'll also, I don't think she's here, but I'll recognize Keegan Hilbert for being part of that group, filling in for Chanel when Chanel was hurt, filling in for Ava the one time. She did a great job as an alternate, because she was almost a full-time alternate, and did whatever we wanted, so recognize her also. Thank you.
The boys volleyball team qualified for districts, and Owen Koch and Daniel Alvarez were all division honorable mention. Here is Coach Christine Goomer.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening to support all of the athletes. I'd also like to thank our administration for doing what they do, because if they weren't doing their jobs, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And of course, I would like to thank our trainers, Heather and Chris. We didn't have the healthiest team this season, so all of our team was in and out of the trainers quite frequently. And of course, the parents. Your support this season just meant the world to us. Our team set some really high goals this season, especially due to our last season being 0-10 and 2-14. Not the best season, but last season we were a group of entirely new volleyball players aside from 2 players, and one of them was injured. We set some new records this season for our program, and we grew as a team. We sit at 4-6 and 10-8, which is the best overall record since 2013. We also beat teams that we have never been able to beat in this program's history. So that made picking MVP a very tough decision, because we had 7 seniors, 6 of them being reserves. Our MVP wasn't able to play last season due to his injury. So he did what he could to get as many people to play volleyball as physically possible. We had 29 roster players last season. Now we sit at 14. So I'm going to be recruiting. Anybody knows anybody tall? That'd be great. But in the off season, he worked really hard, and he also played football. Now he leads his team in digs, blocks, and aces. Owen Koch. goes to 3 players, also our 3 captains. They were leaders on and off the court, whether they were organizing field days, or team get-togethers, or deciding where we were going to stop for food. They were great at getting their teammates together to play in the off-season as well as to train during the off-season. I actually don't think I didn't see them all year round. I had to kick them out of the gym a few times. Our coaches' awards go to Landon Tomes, Jared Spees, and Andrew Haas.
For boys and girls lacrosse co-ops at Suka Valley, Katie Ryan was all-division honorable mention, and Chris Durr was all-division. I'd like to thank Suka Valley and their coaches for welcoming us, and here's the girls' coach, Robert Newford.
I want to thank Fleetwood for their co-op. If it wasn't for them, I don't know if Scuba Valley would have a lacrosse team. It's tough to get girls to go out and play the sport. I have 3 awards this year. I have 2 coaches' awards and an MVP award. My first coaches' award is going to go to Abby Hostetler. Abby's been a quiet player the past years, and this year she kind of came out of her shell and was finding the open players and led the team in assists. And I can't wait to see what she brings to the team again next year. My next coach's award goes to Jocelyn Dorr. With her ability to understand what the coaches wanted. And she led the team in ground balls and turnovers. And I can't wait to see what she does at the next level at UML. My MVP award this year goes to Carissa Dorr. Carissa has taken the position and taken it to the next level. Over 550 career saves, being all division multiple years, should have been first team all conference. I'm still salty about that. She's a great leader off the field, and she will be missed greatly. I can't wait to see what she does at UML as well. We have scholarships that Scuba Valley hands out, and I have 3 scholarships for the girls. I have a scholarship for Abby Shaboya. Scholarship for Carissa Dorr. I also have some scholarships to hand out to the boys. Aiden Lambert. Zachary Motes.
Howler Sportsmanship Awards. Each school in District 3 nominates one female and one male for this award. Fleetwood's Facto Howler Sportsmanship Awards go to Caitlin Piletsky and Owen Koch. Did Owen leave?
Yeah.
Up next is the E. Jerry Brooks Academic Excellence Awards. Please go forward, your name is called. Daniel Goldsboro. Rohan Chen. Andrew Hawes. Jake Carnish. Kylie Schrader. Taylor Scholl. James Cox. Connor Tucci. Bianca Fenden. Addison Hostetler. Taylor Wojciechowski. Alexis Hess. Braden Williams. Caitlin Valentine. Delaney Walker. Laura Bennett. Owen Koch. Cam Geiger. And Noah Stern. At this time, I invite Principal Mr. Stephen Herman up to give out the Scholar Athlete Awards.
Sorry, the font's not large enough for me anymore. To achieve the Scholar Athlete Award, a senior student athlete must maintain a minimum grade point average of 90.0 or above for 4 years and have lettered in at least 2 varsity sports for a minimum of 2 years. Will the following student athletes please come forward when your name is called? Catherine Annabelle. Alicia Bender. Baxter Beal. Wuhan Chen. Kaylee Cromer. Delaney Devlin. Bianca Finden. Zach Fry. Cam Geiger. Nate Goldsboro. Sarah Grimm. Andrew Haas. Adrian Heffelfinger. Chanel Hercules. Addison Hostetler. Jacob Carnish. Ben Consix. Owen Koch. Laura Meneth. Jessica Pritchard. Taylor Scholl. Catherine Janis. Delaney Walker. Braden Williams. Haley Wojciechowski. And Rachel Wood. Congratulations to all Scholar athletes.
Up next is the Kylie C. Stewart number 22 Scholar Athlete Award. Mr. Stewart is here. Could you please come forward? This scholarship award is presented to a graduating female student that played on a Fleetwood High School sports team. The student has achieved academic excellence and is a superior teammate. The scholar athlete must be caring, supportive, and encouraging of fellow teammates. This award goes to Haley Wojciechowski. Kylie C. Stewart, number 22 Scholar Athlete Male Scholarship Award. This scholarship award is presented to a graduating male student that played on the Fleetwood High School sports team. The student has achieved academic excellence and a superior teammate. The scholar athlete must be caring, supportive, and encouraging of his fellow teammates. This award goes to Jake Carnish. next two awards are the Berks Chapter Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame Award, and they go to Owen Koch and Haley Wojciechowski. And the last awards of the evening are the Fleetwood Activity Booster Club and Outstanding Athlete Award and Outstanding Senior Female and Male Athlete Award. Before I give out these awards, I would like to ask all of our student athletes after these awards to please come forward onto the stage so we can take a group photo of all of you. We will start with a female. She is a member of the girls soccer, girls basketball, and track and field teams. After high school, she'll be attending Millersville University. The 2022-23 Outstanding Senior Female Athlete is Chanel Hercules. For the male, he is a member of the boys basketball and baseball teams. After high school, he'll be attending King's College. The 2022-23 Outstanding Senior Male Athlete is Jake Carnish. I'd like to congratulate all of tonight's award winners. Again, thank you for all of you coming out. Please have a safe ride home. But again, before the student athletes leave, please all of you come up onto the stage so we can get a group photo. Thank you.